Hey everyone, David Burgess here again with Keller Williams Realty. Welcome back to the channel on this glorious morning here in the Waterset community in Apollo Beach. I'm sat right by this brand new sports complex which has just opened up here and it's just looking fantastic. A very welcome addition to the Waterset community. And I did do a video about 15 months ago on growth and development in the whole of the Apollo Beach area over the last 3 or 4 years or so. So definitely check out that video on the back of this one. The thumbnail is right there. The actual video link is in the description, as I won't go over everything again that is in that previous video, but it does talk about some expansions to certain roads in the area. Exit 246, which is absolutely, it's widening, there's new ramps there. It's a welcome addition, but it is messy around that area right now. And yeah, it just mentions certain things that are coming to Apollo Beach, but this video today is all about Waterset, 2 new builders on the horizon, and everything else that is coming to this area. So let's dive on in. Right then, so 2 new builders, and before I go into them, I just have to say that it is absolutely incredible how Waterset is still here as a master plan community. I have had my license since 2015 and I've lived here since the start of 2014. And ever since that time, they have been building new homes in this community. And I'm sure that the original homeowners that bought here never envisaged this community to be what it is today. It's certainly one of the most desirable master plan communities in and around across Tampa Bay, and it's certainly the biggest. I mean, it's like, I think it's 2,800 homes that have already sold here, and they've still got about another 1,400 to go. But what I love about this community is just the openness. I love the miles of trails. You see so many active people out and about, a real variety of ages of people, and I love seeing younger families, but there's also a lot of kind of working professionals in this community too, and retirees, semi-retirees. You see a wide variety of ages, and it has something for everybody. Single family homes, townhouses, villas, it's got it all here. You've even got apartments for people if they're looking for something temporary. I just love what they've done here. And obviously, you know, I haven't even mentioned the awesome amenities with the, you know, the clubhouses, the fitness centers, the pools, the spa, yeah, the lap pools, the splash pads, dog parks, you name it. This community has absolutely everything. And as Apollo Beach has improved over the years, and I truly feel like it has, and I will touch on that at the end of this video, I really feel that Waterset has played an integral part of that, especially as this community gets better and better year on year, in my personal opinion. So anyway, let's dive on into the first builder, which is Pulte Homes. Pulte have just opened, or are just about to open, 2 new models. It looks like there's 2 models at least, in the Mahogany and the Sonora, and they look to be around 2,300 square feet for the Sonora, and the Mahogany is around 2,600. Although if the Mahogany is the grand version, it will have an upstairs bonus room, and I believe that's around 3,300 square feet. So Pulte Homes have 2 new models on the horizon, and they're going to have 9 floor plans in total. 6 of them have a 3-car garage, which is absolutely awesome. I love that. And it looks like they're going to be on the bigger lots. It looks like they're going to have 50 feet, 60 feet and 70 feet wide lots in here. And their bigger homes are going to be on the 60s and 70s. None of this is on the Pulte website yet. I've been driving around, and I know for a fact that the Roseland floor plan, which is going to be built in this next phase as well, that is definitely built on the bigger 70 feet wide home site. And I know that because I personally very nearly bought it back in April this year. If you are a subscriber to the channel, you know that I'm building a home myself at the moment with Taylor Morrison, and the Roseland, we were very, very close to building that. That is an awesome floor plan. It's around 4,200 square feet. You know, in my video that I did back in around the summer, maybe around May or June time, with Carolyn, my wife, we did go over the you know, why we didn't opt for the Roseland, and that is here in the thumbnail, and I'll put that in the description below if you want to check that out, and you can see what we personally opted for instead. But a lot of that came down to the lot, funnily enough, and as I just touch on this next phase, I really like the lots that it looks like there's going to be some really desirable lots in this next phase. I went around a year or so not selling a home in here in Waterset, on the back of selling plenty back in the day, because the most recent couple of phases have been very close to the interstate, and this next phase is further away. If you see this video in the background, this is on 30th, which is a new road that is coming right the way through Waterset. As opposed to just having Waterset Boulevard, it's going to run parallel to it, and it's going to run right the way through the community, and or pretty much the majority of the community. And what I love about it is that it's just going to help the traffic flow in this area, as Paseo Al Mar has, that I mentioned in my previous video, that cut through the other side of the community. That one runs vertically through the community. Paseo Al Mar ran horizontally kind of across it, connecting Riverview and Apollo Beach. So yes, this is 30th that you can see, and you can see all of this land to the left is this next phase, and it's just going to have some great sized lots there. You can build some great homes. You're going to have 9 with Pulte. I'm going to mention some with West Bay that are on the horizon too in that community, that phase, and I just like the positioning of where within the community and the location of that next phase. So yeah, it's looking very, very good. So with those, you know, those floor plans, they're ranging from 1,700 square feet to 4,200 square feet. The Roseland looks to be the biggest, but like I said, there's 9 floor plans that are going to be very popular here. I feel like Pulte are offering something that Waterset hasn't had in a long time, and it will be very interesting to see how they compare with the other builders that I'll discuss and mention in a second. So Pulte Homes is builder number 1. And builder number 2 is going to be Toll Brothers, and they are building a 55 plus community in here, although there's no mention of it on their website yet. Their sales centre doesn't say anything. We know by the county permits and everything that it is common knowledge in the area that a 55 plus community is coming, and it's definitely going to be Toll Brothers. I don't think it's going to be the biggest of communities. It's probably going to be around 200 to 300 homes, smaller single family homes and villas, and Toll Brothers have never built a 55 plus community in this area before, and they've definitely never built in Waterset before. So I'm sure people will absolutely love having Toll Brothers here. They're a great builder. They're a bit on the slow side, to be honest. The experiences that I've had with them in the past they've just been slower. But look, if they build the right home, I'm absolutely fine with that. But I don't feel like their models and their homes that you could see in the background there will be ready until around March, April time of 2024, probably the springtime. So it will be interesting to see what information they release in the meantime. But the developer of this community is Newland, and Newland built a very similar community in Fishhawk West, and they added a smaller 55 plus community there with David Weekley, and their target demographic was really the parents and the in-laws to the homeowners that already lived within that area, and I feel like they'll be doing exactly the same here. So I don't think it's going to be a very big community. They'll probably have their own amenities centre in there, and it will be gated. But it will be interesting to see if they have access to the wider amenities here within Waterset 2. I guess it all depends on how much they're going to charge for their HOA fees, because 55 plus communities can get up there a little bit. And yeah, so on top of those two builders, we do have the 3 builders that have always been in this community. They are a constant and a pillar that have been here since 2013, and that is Homes by West Bay, David Weekley and Cardell. They will be building in that new phase as well. I connected with West Bay yesterday. They're going to be building 11 floor plans down there, and they're going to be on their 60 feet wide and their 70 feet wide home sites, which is awesome. That is the Inspiration series and their Artisan series. People love those homes. They are having a way with the 50 feet wide homes like the Sandpiper, those kind of smaller 2-car garage homes. It looks like the majority of their next homes will be 3-car garages as well. Similar to Pulte, but Pulte has some 2-car options as well. It looks like all of West Bay's are going to be the 3-car options, like the Bayshore 1 and 2, the Biscayne Grand. You're going to have the Hyde Park, the Key Largo, the Key West, those types of homes, and you'll be able to see them on the website here to give you an idea of what to expect. But yes, Homes by West Bay have always been the #1 selling builder within this community. I think it's safe to say that. I'm sure that if you went to the welcome centre at the front of the community, I would be very surprised if Homes by West Bay haven't sold more homes here than any other builder. Cardell and David Weekley are great. I've had really good experiences with them too, but Cardell seem to build the smaller homes in here now. When they first were here, they built some really much bigger homes on bigger lots, but they've certainly had a way with that. And David Weekley built a nice variety of smaller homes and bigger homes, and they're both great builders. So you've got 5 builders here that are going to be building in that newest phase, and in time apparently there is another builder coming here to this future development section that you can see on the map behind me, but apparently the developer of that that land will not sell it to Newland, so it will likely be a section away from Waterset, and it will probably have its own entrance, and it might not have a CDD fee. But it certainly won't have any access to Waterset and all of the amazing amenities that you have on offer here. So yeah, that is the builders that are building within Waterset. But let's go over everything else that's going on within this area, including the South Shore Sportsplex that I am sat in as we speak, with football fields and soccer fields right behind me. I did mention in my previous video that this was coming, and it's now open. It's owned by the county. It's not owned, specifically to Waterset, so it's open to the public and everybody can enjoy it, and it's awesome. It's really something that that is a welcome addition here. So I'm so glad to see that it's got plenty of outdoor seating, and it's got a jungle gym and a good playground for kids and things. And yeah, it's just awesome if anyone wants to come over here and bring a ball and enjoy the outdoor space that Waterset is so well known for. I did mention the yard in my last video as well. That is like a retail and yeah, kind of restaurant space that is coming right by the apartments and close to Highway 41. That hasn't even started yet, so I'm really hoping to see some activity in there soon. But it's going to have a pub and nail salons and stuff like that there. It's just going to be a mini kind of plaza there for people to enjoy. And I did mention the Publix at the front of the community. That has started now. That should be open within the next 3 or 4 months, because we need another Publix in the area, right? We only have about 4 or 5. So yeah, that's awesome. Also, I-75 and exit 246, that has actually moved quicker than I was anticipating. I would say around a third of that whole project is now complete. They have opened up the ramp from exit 246 going north to Tampa, which is so much easier to get onto I-75 from Big Bend Road. That is now there, and the other ramps are in the works. So I would say we're about a third of the way complete with that. Hats off to Hillsborough County. They have cracked on with that, and they're doing a great job. Yes, it's still very, very messy around exit 246 at the moment, but in time it will be a godsend to this area. There's a new pet paradise that's opened in here in Waterset. I love Pet Paradise. It's like a pet resort and somewhere you can board your dog or your cat really for overnight boarding. It's very much you know, it really is a bit luxury. You know, you can have your dog in a VIP suite with a bed and a TV and all the rest of it. But they've got a huge swimming pool in the middle there and a splash pad and things, and all the dogs just love playing there. I've had a really good experience with Milo, my dog, at the one down in Lakewood Ranch. So got nothing but good things to say about Pet Paradise. I think they'll be very busy here in Apollo Beach too. So yeah, that concludes most of the things. I did also mention the new school, York Academy. That is open now and thriving. I'm good friends with one of the teachers there, and it seems to be going very well. That's been a very welcome addition, and there is a future school which is also zoned here in that next phase. So there will be another school coming to Waterset, but there is no news yet on what type of school that's going to be. I doubt it will be a high school, because there's a new high school a couple of miles away in Riverview, but who knows? You know, they've added you know, daycares here. There's a K-8 school here now, so it could be a middle school. I really don't know, but there is going to be a new school there in time, and they will have a new fitness center and pool down here as well. So there's going to be 3 fitness centers and pools within the whole community in time, or at least bigger ones. They might have some smaller satellite pools here as well, but in terms of bigger ones, there is going to be another one down here in the next phase, which is going further towards Ruskin, you know, close to where that 30th Street is that I showed you earlier on in the video. So in that whole new phase, there will be a new clubhouse and pool that will just help alleviate you know, them getting too congested at the other 2 that are here. The smokestacks in Apollo Beach, just stepping outside of Waterset quickly again, I did just do a YouTube short showing that they are going from 3 smokestacks down to 1, and they've already removed one of them. So they got on with that really quickly. There's only going to be 1 smokestack there now, as opposed to 3. It's a big power plant there in Apollo Beach, and yes, they are they're minimalizing it. So it's good. They're reducing the you know, the activity there, and it's just going to look better. You know, those smokestacks, they stand out like a sore thumb when you come into Apollo Beach, and a lot of people that I've helped move here have never really wanted to face those smokestacks, but now there's just going to be 1 singular one, so I don't think it's going to be so much of an issue. But yeah, it's great to see that another one is going to come down in time, and that they will just have just the 1. So yeah, that is pretty much it. The only last thing that I will say about Waterset, and I don't really want to end this on a downer, but sorry, I've got a guy blowing all the leaves away in the background here. He's just walking away. But the only downer I will say about Waterset is the landing cafe at the front of the community. They are removing the restaurant and cafe side of it very soon, which is really sad to hear, to be honest, because I work out of there quite often. I'll come there and bring my laptop. It's a really quiet space where I can just grab a drink and some snacks, and they do you know, some hot meals there as well. But apparently it hasn't been utilized enough for them to keep it. So I was really disappointed to hear that. I don't know if they'll ever bring it back, but that space, the landing cafe, is just going to be the landing welcome center and not a cafe in time. So, you know, disappointed to hear that, because there's more than enough people to merit that. But I guess if more places are opening around here, you know, that are going to be private, you know, restaurants and companies and things, then I guess less people are going to use it. But I just thought that was a bit of a shame, and I don't want to end this on a sour note, but it was a shame to see that's going away. But yeah, that is Waterset. Waterset update for you. 2 great new builders, loads more activity going on here. It's just incredible to see how this community has evolved over the years. And as always, if you need any help or guidance with this area, with this community, comparing it to others, I will be more than happy to help. It's always a free service to work with a realtor, or it is with us at least, when you buy a home. Not when you sell, but when you buy, it's always a free service, and I'll be more than happy to walk you through all of our past experiences and just to guide you to find you the perfect home, or exactly what you're looking for. And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content on the west coast of Florida. Thanks again.